Yep. Great shot through the gap.
Well, this is why you need to be so precise as a bowler. Didn't do much wrong, but it's been hammered for 4 anyway.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
Right over the top of it, nicely smothering the spin there.
Yep. They'll get at least one. Solid defence, very compact.
Negated the spin well then, got nicely on top of the bounce.
5 runs added in that over. India are 60 for 3.
Just slowing things down, nothing too risky on that delivery, just keeping the bowler honest. No interest on that occasion to play at the ball.
Yep. Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think. Yes, bowler! There'll be 1 run here for them.
Decisive running might have just got them 2. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Yep. Picks the gap perfectly. Bowler!
Never an extra run on that arm. Great throw back in from the deep.
Yep. They'll push hard, should get back for 2. Bowler's in!
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there. Right on top of the spin. Keeps it out well.
End of the over. 5 off it. India are 65 for 3. Wokes, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the north end. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Great bowling, really hitting their straps. A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Misses everything.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Finds the edge. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. There's a challenge. Not sure what good it'll do. Looks unlikely it'll be overturned.
Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. How close is that? Could be the wicket.
No change to the decision and the review is lost. They thought there were two noises. Didn't quite manage to get themselves in for that first innings. The bowler, with their tail up, will know it too. A good batter though, and it won't take much to get going.
You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Yep. It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
No interest in that one from the batter. Wokes will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
End of the over, 6 runs coming from it. India are 71 for 4. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Got right in behind it. Nice solid defensive shot.
Robinson is looking good. Found some rhythm, really challenging the batter now.
Waiting.
There'll be runs here.
Nearly got through them. Just got onto it in time with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. End of the over, 4 runs coming from it. India are 75 for 4.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder. A couple on offer here.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope. Good footwork behind the stumps, taking it cleanly. No interest though from the batter. Shoulders, arms, and true to the wicketkeeper.
Waiting.
Doesn't beat the infield. End of the over. India, a 77 for 4.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Yep. Got that away nicely.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Good throw from the deep, on target. Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
England found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Waiting.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
Left alone and easily through to the keeper. No interest in that one from the batter. Robinson will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Waiting. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary. Bit of a mix-up, but no harm done this time.
End of the over. None from it. It's not easy to bat on this pitch by the looks of it, so they'll have to keep their heads. Curran, the left-arm medium-fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Waiting.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Floated that one up, hit well, but couldn't beat the field.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Nicked it! Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right. Can't get that outside the ring field. The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. Wout, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Wait.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
Wait on.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Wait on.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Yep.
This is where they can be so good because they were so quick to get back and onto this.
No shot offered.
Well-directed short ball, sways out of the way.
Over. India, a 96 for 4.
Going with a more aggressive field choice.
Curran from the north end.
Yep.
Good precision with that throw back from the deep. That's what happens if you stray a little down the leg side. It's too easy just to glance the ball off the pads and take the easy runs. Short and wide. Did well to get some bat on that.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Some width on offer, but didn't throw the bat at it and just made sure of the cut shot.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Waiting.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Waiting.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
End of the over. 3 off it. India a 99 for 4.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear. Solid defence, very compact.
That was a good slower ball. Picked up well, though. Got that defensive shot in, nice and simple. Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Misjudged that and takes a hit on the body.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
Brilliant shot that.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Wait there. Yep.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early. Got onto the back foot quickly. Just pushed it away behind square.
5 runs added there. India are 108 for 4.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
A well-directed short ball. Did well to keep that down. Overstepping. Just a little too eager on that delivery.
An effort ball and called on the front foot. At least they've got an extra ball to go for the wicket.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through. No interest on that occasion to play at the ball. Ducked under the short ball well.
Yep.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on.
A little bit of wobble on that ball. It's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot, though.
End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. India are 113 for 4. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yeah.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Bowler.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running. Right in behind it for the first ball.
Nice solid defensive shot.
Right over the top of it, nicely smothering the spin there.
Well bowled.
got right in behind it.
Ah, negated the spin well then. Got nicely on top of the bounce.
Well bowled. Yes.
Massive edge.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run out in the first place.
The over ends with no change to the scoring. After some superb bowling, it looks tough to find ways of getting the ball away.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Yep. Ballers.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Waiting.
Edged it. Big appeal. And safely taken by the keeper.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
Overstepped on that occasion. Misses everything.
Yes.
There'll be runs here.
No.
Needs a direct hit.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
An inexpensive over ends and a wicket coming from it. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep.
Very sweet off the bat and 4 all the way.
That races away to the boundary. A beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake. Edged. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. That's just outrageous.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Hitting.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
A fantastic shot. Gets forward, head over the ball and smashes that one away.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Hitting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Misses out there on the short wide one.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Poor shot. Really lucky.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Yes.
They'll get at least one.
No.
There'll be one run here for them.
Hitting. Winning. Yep. Keeper's end.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep. They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Keeper's end.
A couple on offer here.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible. Straight to the fielder. 5 runs added in the over. England are 17 for 2. Into the gap.
Yes.
Nice shot.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. This could be out.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Finds the edge. Confident appeal. Could it be?
How's that?
Out. Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
It mightn't get to the boundary. Should at least get a couple.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Gone. It's a good catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Just about timed that perfectly.
Seemed very happy to take the boundary first up. Punched away nicely to get off the mark.
Yes.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Launched into it. Landed just short of the boundary rope for 4.
Consecutive boundaries in this over. I wonder what plans they'll come up with to slow this batting.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Picked up 4 with a lovely shot off the front foot.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Waiting.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Root will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Solid defence, very compact.
Wait.
It was a nice looking shot, full and in the slot, just couldn't find the gap.
End of the over, 12 runs coming from it. England are 40 for 4.
Yep.
Great shot, at least one on offer.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Waiting.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
That's gone. Yeah! Couldn't ask for an easier catch.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
End of the over. England are 41 for 5. Massive edge, misses everyone, and that's racing away.
Threw the hands at it, got it early, but enough on it to get 4.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Lovely shot, gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
What else do they have in their bag of tricks? Not much seems to be working at the moment. Beaten on the drive.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
timed that brilliantly.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear. Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Times it nicely.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Been some great bowling in this innings so far. Just need one more to really top it off. Good bit of timing there.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Nicked it! They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. And gone straight to the keeper.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
It was an average sort of an innings we saw from them. You know just how rare it is, though, to see a batter of this calibre miss out twice. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving, played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball. Waiting.
Brilliant diving stop.
Wait on it. Yep. No! Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done.
6 runs added in that over. England are 73 for 6. Taken. Yeah! Good catch too, low to the ground.
Back to the sheds, but a good contribution to the team today. It's been a nice knock.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Catch it.
Super piece of timing.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Now then, was there a feint edge? And gone. Didn't even wait for the umpire's decision.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Please welcome the new batsman at number 10.
Nice bowling.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. That's a long way up. Is there anyone there to catch it?
What a lovely shot. Really good timing, out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Beats the cover fielder. Nice shot.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Oh! Well bowled.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Couldn't have hit that any better.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
The crowd are really getting quite raucous. It's going to be difficult to focus down in the middle with this amount of noise. Picks the gap perfectly.
Now that was beautifully struck with a perfect straight bat.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Waiting. Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
That's the end of the over. Just magical batting. Nothing the bowler can do but watch as the ball goes all over the ground.
Catch.
Right off the middle of the bat.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches that to the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around it and move on. Just misses. Must have only been millimetres from hitting leg.
Curran shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Super shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond.
Catch it.
Great shot.
You sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Nicely played. Perfect timing.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up.
Super catch. Yeah!
Another one goes off to the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling finding this tail out. And it certainly feels like this is close to the finish.
Nice solid defensive shot. Misses everything. Got right in behind it.
Nice bowling.
Over. England are 132 for 9. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end. A real beauty, just times it so well.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Taken! The catch that seals the game, never in doubt.
Extremely comfortable win, just so brilliant on so many levels. You cannot compete with that level of skill shown. It was a masterclass.
Well, that was a really one-sided contest. The result never